It has been 55 years since the founding of the Black Panther Party in the East Bay.
This weekend, the community has planned many events in Oakland to celebrate the legacy that was laid the groundwork for racial justice and equality. Our Ellis Ogumonian spoke with Black Party co-founder about the events that are going on, and obviously it's a momentous occasion.
So I spoke with the widow of the co-founder, that was Huey P. Newton, and she told me that she is so proud of the work that has been done to liberate African Americans. And not just them, but of course they were a voice for all people who are marginalized throughout the East Bay and beyond, and all minorities who are facing adversity here in the United States for that matter. And that she hopes that younger generations recognize the sacrifices that the people who came before them made to make significant change happen.
Revolution is the only solution.
The revolutionary Black Panther Party for Self-Defense was founded in October 1966 in Oakland by Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seale. They met at Lake Merritt College. The organization centered on black nationalism and socialism, but worked to create an even playing field for people of all colors and backgrounds who are marginalized and targeted by police.
It was a self-defense organization because the police, not unlike now, were killing and brutalizing Black people in their communities. So Huey Newton and Bobby Seale, Huey with a law book in one hand and a gun in another because it was legal at that time to carry guns in public, went out and educated people about what to do when the police were stopping them, what to do when the police were brutalizing them in their own communities, to let them know that they did have rights.
55 years later, the Oakland community is reflecting back on the legacy of the Black Panthers who paved the way for freedom, employment, decent housing, proper education, an end to incarceration and worldwide war, particularly the Vietnam War at the time.
As far as the party, we don't think in terms really of black and white. We only think of that when we try to analyze American society, which is a racist society. But we're internationalists, we're anti-racist, we're not even a national chauvinist.
His widow, Frederica Newton, who met Huey as a member of the party at 19 years old, is grateful to the festivities taking place this weekend in honor of the Black Panther movement. Celebrations will be held throughout the town at Joyce Gordon Art Gallery, Jeffrey Inner Circle, and Bobby Hutton Park. A permanent bust of Huey P. Newton by sculptor Dana King will be unveiled on Sunday at 11 a.m. at 9th and Center Street, also known as Dr. Huey P. Newton Way and Mandela Parkway.
People shed blood so that they could be in the positions that they're in today, that this just didn't come in a vacuum, that it's not merely because they're gifted and talented, it's because people paved the way for them to be in these positions. So I think that's why it's so important that we have public tributes to these men and women who did lay down their lives.
She wants younger generations today to recognize the sacrifices made by people in the past that helped shape a brighter future, and to understand that they have the power to make a difference too. No invitation needed.
You just walk out the door. You live here in Oakland, you see a need that needs to be filled in your community, then fill it. It's exactly what we did. We didn't wait around for the government to take care of the community because the government was not taking care of the community.
And arresting them, etc.
And Newton tells me that she is proud of the achievements to date and remains hopeful that the children of tomorrow will continue to strive for a fair and just world, taking with them the teachings of their parents. For details on this weekend's events in Oakland, head over to KRON4.com. Live in the studio, Ellis Ogumonian, KRON 4 News.